Welcome back inside MMA Live from Access TV Studios in downtown Los Angeles here at LA Live. Former Strikeforce women's featherweight champ Cris Cyborg Santos has dropped her married name. She's going by her maiden name Justino now, as she's still in the process of getting a divorce. It has been a rough time for Justino, who was suspended for a year after testing positive for steroids following a successful December title defense. Last week, her appeal was reduced, and that was denied. She wanted to get it reduced, but it stayed at 1 year, much to her surprise. Earlier today, I sat down with Cris Cyborg Justino to talk about her MMA future. Cris, thanks for your time. Prior to your fight with Yamanaka and everything that's happened since then, had you ever taken steroids or any kind of performance-enhancing drug?
Você alguma vez tomou algum enhancer antes desse acontecimento, antes dessa vez?
Na verdade, eu nunca tomei nada para ganhar luta. Eu acho que o que eu fiz foi tomar uma substância que era para perder peso. Eu não sabia que era uma substância.
The product she took was simply to lose weight. She had no idea there was any.
So you've never taken any kind of steroids ever in your training, in your fighting career?
Não. Que o meu grande problema é perder peso.
Her main problem is losing weight. So she did take something to lose weight. She had no idea what was inside.
Had you ever taken this before to lose weight, this particular product?
Não, eu nunca tomei nada aqui.
Nunca tomou antes nada do gênero, nem
Na verdade,
nada?
foi uma pessoa do meu camp que eu conheci, faz tempo que eu conheço ele do Brasil, e falou que me ajudava para perder peso. E eu não sabia que eu nunca ia botar a risco, sabe, minha carreira e nem meu cinturão.
Claro que sim. She would never put to risk her career. A person she knew for a long time in Brazil, in the camp she was training, offered it to her to lose weight, and that's how she accepted it and found out what happened.
Some would say, and we've asked other fighters this before when they've been on the show, isn't it kind of the responsibility, though, ultimately of the fighter, training for your fight, getting ready to perform, that you should know exactly what you're putting into your body, if it be a friend or an associate or whomever's giving this to you?
A pergunta é se não é a responsabilidade do atleta de verificar em detalhe o que está tomando durante o período antes de lutar.
É a responsabilidade de todo atleta. Eu acho que foi um erro meu e por isso que eu assumi meu erro. E a gente confia nas pessoas.
Exatamente.
E o certo é a gente não confiar. Eu acho que é confiar desconfiando. Mas a gente confia nas pessoas até porque era amigo de bastante tempo. Então você não acha que vai te prejudicar. Acho que nem a pessoa sabia.
It was a mistake that she made. She totally trusted this person, and this person probably didn't even know what was in that medicine as well. So she totally was innocent to what was taking place. She thought she's taking something just to lose weight.
Were you surprised that California gave you 1 year, that you didn't get any, no slack was cut, no reduced sentence? It's 1 year, you cannot fight in the state of California. And in essence, with probably a few exceptions, it's going to be hard to find a fight in the United States in the next year. Are you surprised by that?
Eu fiz uma tentativa, né? Eu acho que eu já estava 1 ano suspensa e como eu assumi a responsabilidade, eu acho que tudo que eu coloco no meu organismo, eu sou responsável, mesmo não sabendo o que foi. E foi um erro, eu devia ter procurado um médico e tal. Mas eu acredito que eu tenho que acatar tudo que a Comissão Atlética ofereceu para mim, não diminuiu minha pena, acho que 1 ano. Fiquei triste, mas eu vou treinar mais para que daqui 6 meses, 7 meses, vou dar um grande show.
She was sad, of course, by what took place, but she's training very hard, and she hopes, after paying the 1 year that she already did, that she will be able to get in other shows, and she will be really ready to fight.
Will you fight somewhere else outside the United States within this 1 year suspension here?
I can't. I think so. Eu não posso, acho.
She can't.
So no Japanese fighting, nothing in Europe, nothing in Brazil?
Eu acho que eu não posso lutar, eu acho. Não tenho certeza. E meu manager está sabendo mais sobre isso. Mas eu posso fazer luta amadora. Eu vou lutar, competir o jiu-jitsu.
She's going to do jiu-jitsu competitions and amateur competitions for a while to see what...
Mas eu já estou acostumado a um tempo ficar sem lutar, porque antes da luta da japonesa, eu estava 1 ano e meio sem lutar. E antes de eu fazer minha estreia no Brasil, eu já estava 2 anos sem lutar, sem adversária. Então, às vezes, você vai...
Before that event, she had no adversary at all by then when this took place, so there was nobody for her to fight also. So she was already for 1.5 years without fighting before this took place.
Cris, thanks for your time. Best wishes in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. And, you know, I would have to say, she did not have any peers for the last year and a half in the women's division. There was nobody but her. I know Rousey's out there possibly down the road. I don't know what this does for Cris Santos overall. Only thing, seriously, and not trying to be funny about this, it almost puts the women's game on par with the men's, doesn't it? You see all the craziness that's going on right now with steroids, who's using what, testosterone replacement for guys that are in their 20s and 30s out there. And, you know, it's just kind of a sad state of affair, I think, overall for MMA. I'll ask professional fighters what you think about the way all this is going down. Not just Cyborg, but everything else out there, Phil.
You know, it's sad just to have a black eye in our sport, no matter what it is. But, you know, I don't want really what it comes down to for me is I don't want the fans to think that we, as a whole, are a bunch of juiced out, crazy people beating the crap out of each other.
Yep. Well put, because honestly, I think a lot of people are getting that. I mean, you know, especially the testosterone replacement for young guys. You know, there's guys 75 years old not taking as much as some of these fighters are testing for.
Yeah, I don't know much about TRT.
That's
so
because you're a man. You're a young, healthy man. You don't have to know about it.
Maybe go get tested, though. You never know.
Igor, what about all this? I mean, do fighters talk among themselves about some of the things that are happening and the drug use that seems to be more prominent now in the last 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, I know. I mean, if you know they're going to get tested, you know, like the California Commission, the Las Vegas Commission, the Nevada Commission, they're very strict with all these testing. Why would you risk? You know, I think it's like I'll be very ashamed of myself if I ever get caught, you know, for something. I'd rather lose fair and square. I might get beaten up in the ring or in the cage, then like have a win on my record. Then it has to reverse. Afterwards, yeah.
But also, what I always say is just for yourself. You know, even if you got a title, you didn't really get the title. Not in my eyes. If you know that you cheated, you don't. It's like the craziest things, like asking what's the longest freeway in the United States. Right? Crazy.
That's crazy. I would never ask that. But we do know one thing, because that's the way life is. You get a second chance out there. Nate Marquardt is getting his right now. The UFC released him, of course, last summer for having elevated testosterone levels before he was getting ready to headline a fight against Ricky Story. Okay, he's ousted from them. Then he signs a contract with Bama, but he never fought for them. On 2 occasions, it looked like it was going to happen, but it didn't. Then, earlier this year, Nate returned under the Zuffa banner, surprise, surprise, by signing with Strikeforce. Marquardt recently spoke with Ron Kruk about being back in the Zuffa fold and his first opponent.
It's the best outcome I could have imagined with all this. You know, just like I said, back with Zuffa, back in a title fight for my first fight back. It's amazing. From what I understand, that's who I'll be fighting is Tyron Woodley. I also understand it's going to be a 5-round fight for the 170-pound title. You know, he's a smart fighter, but at the same time, I have a lot more experience than him, and you know, it's going to be my fight to dictate where it goes.
Really? And K1 Global announcing participants today for their heavyweight tournament that begins May the 27th in Madrid. The event will feature the return of Mirko Krokop, who last fought in a K1 event in 2003. Daniel Guida is going to be in it. Paul Slawinski is going to be in it, among others. The tournament and a prize money of $2 million on the line in that. That'll get you back into fighting K1 after 8 years, won't it? Now, yet another name has been brought up as a potential opponent for Fedor Emelianenko. Hollis Gracie says he is negotiating right now to fight the Russian on his home turf in St. Petersburg, June 21st. Gracie said this in his personal Twitter, quote, "My manager is very close to securing the fight with Fedor. Only small details remain to make it happen," end of quote. Gracie finished off Bob Sapp with strikes his last outing for his 6th first-round stoppage. I don't know if he's the toughest Gracie in the household, Igor, or not, but let me ask you, is Brother Hollis going to fight Fedor?
I mean, he's the biggest, that's for sure. Yeah, they're just negotiating, just like I think of a date and they're securing the date and then purse and all that stuff. But they are talking about it. Yeah, they want him to fight Fedor in Russia. Yeah, either June or August.
There's no way he would fight. They wouldn't fight him anywhere else, right?
Yeah,
Fedor, you know they wanted to fight over there.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a tough fight. It's not a Bob Sapp, let me tell you that.
Yeah.
And by the way, in the break real fast, I asked about the 5 rounds. Why not in the UFC in Sweden? And you said?
5 rounds is outlawed in Sweden.
Wow.
Yeah, I got on my buddy.
That's why we have Phil Davis here.
That's why we have him here. Oh,
Thank you.
and Brad Pickett, I wanted to say, that fight, the Marshall Page, that was a great fight. In my book also, Fight Night, Brad Pickett, very impressed. I'm very impressed with him. It was great striking, great wrestling, great submissions.
Way to go. Time to pull out the big map.
Where are we going, Kenny?
Let's go to Atlantic City, Bellator 65 bantamweight quarterfinals. Marcos Galvo taking on Ed West. Galvo in the red.
Yeah, he was pushing the whole time. Ed West, you know, he throws those kicks like a flying inside low kick with a high kick, but he got caught in the middle with the right straight. He needs a little bit more power on the kicks because Galvao just kept walking through them.
Hey, who's that? Oh, Galvo wins it to go to 11-1, bantamweight quarterfinals. Alexis Vila taking on Luis Nogueira.
That was impressive because Vila is the bronze medalist, for what I understand, in wrestling.
For Cuba, yeah, in 1996.
And he took him down. It was the craziest thing, 2 times.
It was Luis Alberto Nogueira coming away with the win, his 13th. Featherweight semifinals, Daniel Strauss against Mike Corey.
Daniel Strauss, very impressed with his striking. His straight punches are really good, really straight, I always say. And it might sound logic, but 80% of the people doesn't do that. Look, straight in there, beautiful punching.
Another goes the decision. This one to Daniel Strauss, who goes to 19-4. Bantamweight championship. Eduardo Dantas taking on Zach Makovsky.
Yep, keep your eyes on Dantas. He might become a big name.
Makovsky, the current champ, but his first title defense is a rough one.
If you do this defense, you got to stomp downwards. So you got to open it up, and it looked like he didn't do that enough.
Dantas comes in and takes the belt, going 14-2, and an impressive win for him. Congratulations.
It was really very impressive, the way he transitions from positions and reversals. I was very impressed with him. I think we're going to hear a lot from him.
This should be something to mark on your calendar. Coming up this weekend, former Bellator lightweight champ Eddie Alvarez will be fighting against Shinya Aoki. It is the rematch, much anticipated rematch. Alvarez lost in their first meeting. Eddie joins us now from Delray Beach, Florida, where he has been training, getting ready for the Friday night fight. Welcome back to the show, Eddie.
Hey, good to be back, guys.
And how is the training going for this?
Couldn't be better, man. I got the new management group, Authentic Sports. They're kind of holding me captive here in South Florida, training with the Black Zillions here, and I got a great team here behind me, great group of coaches, and it couldn't be going any better.
Did you find any defenses and counters for the neck crank? Because that's the way he won his last 3 fights. Pretty sure he's going to go for it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the idea is not to get in it. So, you know, we're gonna avoid as many neck cranks as we can. But I'm not too concerned with, you know, his strengths and what he's gonna bring to the table. I'm ready to go. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm mentioning this because he's the kind of guy that you know beforehand what he's going to do, but he will still force it upon you, you know, and because he's so good with it. So I really expect him to go for an attack like that again, since he's been so successful with it. And yeah, preventing is the best, like you said, but I would look for counters right away.
Absolutely. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to take the fight. I think I went in my last fight with too many expectations, and kind of screwed me up. So just gonna take it 1 minute at a time and get in there and take what he gives me, and that's how I'll play it.
Is that the reason you decided to go down to South Florida and get everything done this time around, and maybe change things up, revive, rejuvenate, whatever?
No, it was honestly my wife's idea. We have 3 kids at home, so it's hard to focus. You know, I'm very much a husband and a father, and it's hard to be all 3, a husband, a father, and a fighter. So it was first off her suggestion, and you know, I kind of thought about it, and my management group thought it'd be a good idea. So here I am, and I'm definitely ready, and I couldn't have trained any better and be in a better place than what I am now. So I'm excited for Friday.
Nice. That's an understanding wife, my friend. Listen, does Frankie Edgar still comes by now at this new place also? Did you train with him?
No, I still train with Ricardo Almeida and my boxing coach and my strength and conditioning coach in Philadelphia. So I share time. I come out here for 2 weeks and I go home for a week, and still keep my team in Philadelphia with Ricardo Almeida and my boxing coach and my strength and conditioning coach, Rich Poehler. But I've been coming out here too, just to get a little more focus, get away from the kids, and just be it clears my mind and helps me just focus on fighting. And I've grown leaps and bounds by doing that in the last 2 months or so. So definitely not regretting the decision to get out here and train here with the guys here.
All right, Eddie. Igor Gracie's one of our guests here today. He says hello. Say hello if you want, Igor.
Eddie, how are you, buddy?
What's up, Igor? How's it going? We just had lunch together.
Hey, well, best wishes to you. I know it's a big fight, a big rematch. Good luck on Friday night against Aoki.
Hey, thank you guys. And I ain't seen my family in about 2 months, so I just want to say hi to Jamie, my wife, my son Eddie, Anthony, and Alistair. I know they're at home watching, and Daddy will be home soon, and I'll for sure get my hand raised on Friday for you guys.
All right, good luck. Thanks, Eddie. Always a pleasure. Stay with us. There is more coming up.
When we return, Anthony Johnson talks about his post-UFC life. Brendan Shaw prepares for Ben Rothwell.
I think when you fight younger guys, I go in there knowing I can break them. These vets, they don't operate like that at all.
And we go to the Middle East and the Far East for more MMA highlights when Inside MMA returns.